Welcome to Rebel Chaser. My name is Gail, and I have two clips for you. The first one is really short, but they are both of the same defendant. She was arraigned about a week ago, and, well, she decided to come back because she's special. And I'll let you guys watch.
Good morning, Ms. Furlow. Ma'am, you're charged with threat. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to be probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes, Judge. Okay. Officers were dispatched to a residence in Harris County, Texas in response to a disturbance. The complainant stated they were in their car and backing out of their driveway when the defendant parked behind them. The defendant then got out of her car and started banging on the complainant's vehicle while shouting obscenities and threats. The defendant also tried to gain entry into the complainant's vehicle. Specifically, the defendant stated she was going to whoop their ass, and the complainant stated they were in fear for their lives during the incident. The officers discovered the defendant is a coworker of one of the complainant's family members.
Owner, boss.
So the threat is what?
The threat is she was banging on the door and said, "I'll whoop your ass."
I have it on camera.
Ma'am, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with this person and not to be in possession of weapons, okay? What do you do for a living, ma'am?
I own a fleet company, 3 trucks, and they're my drivers for the road, my OPR drivers.
Okay,
So they just basically stole my vehicles.
we are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign and reset. We'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and then you'll be free to go. When you come back, please have a lawyer, okay?
But I move out of state next month, so I just talked to my.
We'll have you sign a reset, and then we'll just take a seat while we get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign the bond conditions, and then you'll be free to go. Okay, please. If you can file no contact, no weapons. Okay, all right. Ms. Furlow, come up, ma'am. I don't know what the issue is, but I think that, you know, you're calling it not being very nice to my staff.
No,
And-
me and her had a good conversation. I mean, the lady, she said she was even going to try to help me. She even wanted to told me to come today. That's how I got the information.
You weren't supposed to be here today. We gave you a date
Yeah,
of
but we're not.
December 16th.
Yeah, but
for
when
the-
I called and I explained to her that I won't be here, I won't have nowhere to stay while I'm here, and I told her she could bring my information, my documents that I had to prove that I had eviction and I was moving back home to my mom. So how can I be here on December 16th if I'm leaving on the 15th?
You've got this case open, right? So you can't just
I know that's,
move and leave without taking care of this first, you know?
I know, but that was already arranged. That's why I called and did due diligence to say, hey, how do I go about this process?
Okay, so you need a lawyer, right? We spoke about that last time.
That's why I brought everything to show that I have an eviction. How can I pay for a lawyer? I don't even have the money for one. And I'm.
If I remember last time you came here, you said you have your own business, you've got,
Just because I have business, that
4
doesn't mean I
trucks
make money. Yeah,
that
I
you've
did,
got.
but I'm here because the guy who I'm here for ruined that truck, totaled the truck, and I don't have it. I never got it back. That's why I'm here. My livelihood was ruined by the guy that I'm here for.
Now charged with the threat.
That's fine.
You've been filed on for this case.
I just came here to respectfully see how can I go about the process that a person, when I called, a rep told me to do this. So I came here to respectfully go about the process the right way, so I don't miss court. Paper says if you can't make it to do your due diligence, so I'm doing my due diligence, and I'm not getting the, I guess, response or help. I don't know.
Okay, so you work now currently, right?
My livelihood, no, my livelihood, my work was my truck. It is ruined, it is gone. I have no work. The guy I was here for that worked with me crashed and totaled my truck, which means my work, my only livelihood, my business is ruined.
What were you doing before?
I had my business for 6 years,
Doing what?
running a commercial fleet service, 26-foot box trucks.
Okay, and how much money were you making a month?
Monthly, after pay, I would say maybe 8,000, and that's including paying for the truck, no truck insurance and rent.
Okay, so how much money do you make now a month?
I haven't made money since he trashed my truck, which was what, September 28th or something like that?
So you tell me you've been out of work since
I have
September,
been getting help
now
from
in
my mom.
November?
I've been out, I don't have work. I had a business.
How do you support yourself now?
Family is helping me, which is why I say I'm going back home to my mother who's helping me. I
Okay,
worked
so
very hard in my life. I'm not a dummy. I have degrees. I worked very hard in my life. I worked for American Red Cross. I also have a phlebotomist certificate. I also have a real estate license. I'm not dumb, stupid, or slow. You're not talking to no one who's sitting here in front of you claiming something. I've worked hard in my life with the American Red Cross for 12 years. Not dumb, stupid, or slow. I opened a business. I started a business, and a man ruined my business. And I'm here for free. Yes, I did. If you call it a terrorist there, call it what you want. Someone ruined my livelihood that I worked very hard for, would not return it. I don't have the keys to my livelihood, $72,000 truck with a loan still on it that I still have to pay for. I don't have it.
I can give you an application for an appointed lawyer. We need you to fill it out. Don't just put zeros. I need to know everything about you, how much money you have at the bank, how many cars you have, house, mutual funds, stocks, bonds, IRAs. Just fill it out and I'll take a look if you qualify. And if you qualify,
Again, if I'm not going to be here, I have an eviction. I don't know what more you need to see if you need me to miss court because I'm not going to be here or be sleeping on the street. I don't know if that's what you want from me. That's not how I live my life. That's not how I went to school to plan to live my life. I don't know if you want me here living on the street. They get the court December 16th, but again, if I have an eviction that I brought to you from a community complex, a legal document, where do you want me to leave it to December 16th?
you can't just take off.
I did not say that. That's why I am here to ask you the correct procedure. That's why I am here. I came here to ask you to do my due diligence, so I don't just take off. I could have a million people just take off. I'm doing my due diligence and I'm just not getting the proper, I guess, or respect or
Hey,
response.
I don't appreciate your passive aggressive.
I'm just trying to do my due diligence and you're just saying, I don't know.
I know that you're touting the due diligence word, and I've told you also repeatedly that you need a lawyer to represent you. The lawyer can give you guidance. I cannot. I can't give you legal advice. I cannot give you guidance. I can only tell you that you need a lawyer, what you're charged with, what you're facing, the bond conditions that you have. At this point in the game, it's lawyer. You need a lawyer. I've told you that you need to go hire one. You're telling me that you don't have money, that you've not worked since September. So the next stage is I give you an application to fill out. And I'm going to give you an application to fill out, but don't give it to me with all zeros because I'm going to send it back to you. Just fill it out honestly, fill it out thoroughly, and I'll take a look whether you qualify. And if you do, I'll provide you with a court-appointed lawyer. But you got to understand, in this life, the way that you've acted to me, the way that you've threatened the staff, the way that you've threatened my coordinator on the phone, in this life, you get
Your coordinator, I had a very good conversation.
Your only discussion was with the judge.
you get more with honey than you do with vinegar.
I'm sorry, can I say something? Me and the coordinator had very good conversation. So what coordinator did you spoke to that told you that? Because we had a good conversation and she just said no. I had a very good conversation with the coordinator who actually told me, no, come up here tomorrow. I said, I could come next. She said, no, come tomorrow. If I was you, gave me correct steps. So I don't know. It wasn't Latoya Furlow. I don't appreciate that because I've never had an incorrect conversation with anyone on the phone. I called one time and got that information one time from a lady who thanked me, and I had a conversation outside of this with that person on the phone. So it wasn't out of a conversation at all, for not even a second.
A big part of this life is also listening. I've been trying to explain you stuff as well. You get more with honey than you do with vinegar in every aspect of life. If you act like this to the lawyer that we give you, you're not going to have a good relationship and it's not going to go well. So remember, be patient, be nice. It takes a while to get evidence. Rome wasn't built in a day. So if we give you a lawyer today and you start hooting and hollering, well, I don't have this, I don't have that, it takes time.
Yes, sir, you're judging me. I'm not like that. I'm not like that.
I'm just telling you to be patient and be nice because it goes a long way in every aspect of life. All right, do you mind giving an application? Thanks.
Judge, I don't want to get into the facts or anything, but I just want to correct any misrepresentations that were made to the court. The complaint.
Wait, hold on.
The complainant in this case is not her former employee, it's his family. So the people that she was named. his brother-in-law, sister, and their child. I just want to make that known to the court. It was not the employer that was the complainant in the threat.
Okay, do we have proper bond conditions in place now?
They don't speak English. Yeah, say anything.
Ma'am, Ms. Furlow, it's not your turn to say anything, just please. You have the right to remain silent. Exercise that right.
It looks like there's a no contact as part of the bond conditions, which I think is.
On the appropriate complaining witness?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, all right. So ma'am, if you just mind, be so kind to take a seat.
I'm kind of confused. Does she believe this is just a one-day thing? That she just shows up in court one day, get her reprimand, and then she can just be off? Because then, if that's the way she thinks, she's in for a rude awakening, because this is not a one-day thing. This is a possible jail sentence with probation, reporting. It's like, I don't get it. I don't get all of the things that she said in her first appearance. She said that she had a fleet of trucks and he totaled one of them. Well, how does that ruin your business? If you have a fleet of trucks, how does that ruin your business? You have insurance, right? You do, right? You fix your truck or get a new one, or you work with, one less truck. But you don't just throw everything up in the air and then skip town. But she also said that she was evicted. And it's because of this guy that, ruined her truck and ruined her business. But it takes months to get actually evicted. And the accident, I was under the impression the accident that the guy was in was back in September. So that's not enough time for you to be evicted. So you must not have been paying your rent for a long time if you're already evicted. So what kind of businesswoman are you, really? I have a feeling she thinks that it's a one-day thing. She gets her reprimand and off she goes, and then she can skip town on this charge. And that's all. And if she talks fast enough, that the judge will believe whatever she says. The unfortunate thing is this is Judge Fleischer. And Judge Fleischer, she's completely unmatched here. No matter how many degrees she has, no matter how long she's worked for the Red Cross, no matter how many businesses she's run, she's outmatched by this judge. He's heard it all, he's seen it all, he knows it all. And I wasn't really sure if he was giving her the benefit of the doubt or just handing her enough rope. And I guess he's giving her the benefit of the doubt. We'll see if she shows up to court on the 16th. I'll keep an eye on that and I'll look for it. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I can't wait to read your comments. I'll see you next time.